Well, hello everyone. I am back for Aquarius, and I'm really excited because I'm getting to record this tonight on the full moon in Virgo. So you can see her coming up behind me, and I'm just here to talk about the last two signs, Aquarius and Pisces. And again, I'm just trying to give a brief overview to give the flavor of the energy so that you guys have some videos to look back on if you're getting ready to do a reading, or maybe getting in a relationship with somebody, just to give you some overall understanding of the basics of the sign. And these are things we will get deeper and deeper into as the different series appear, but tonight we're just going to take an overlook at Aquarius. So Aquarius is the 11th house, and this is again when we're getting a little older. Now we're past retirement. And what happens when people are past retirement? They start looking at the things they love to do, their dreams and their hopes and their wishes. And here's my dog behind us, buddy. Sorry about that. Um, that time in your life when you want to volunteer, volunteer for a humanitarian. You start thinking about others. You start thinking about others in the world. You've worked. Hopefully by now you have a retirement. You're financially secure. And this is the time in your life when you want to give your energy, when you want to think about things that are bigger than you, issues that you're concerned about leaving to your grandchildren, so to speak, the world after you. So the Aquarian, being the 11th house of dreams and wishes and hopes and groups and circles and tribes, is all about a pursuit in doing something for humanity. How can I participate? How can I make a difference? How can I make a ripple? When we look at Aquarius, we also see a lot of talk show hosts, Oprah Winfrey, even like Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, I believe, has Aquarius rising. Sally Jesse Raphael, Aquarius. Why? Because they have this ability to talk about issues that affect the world. And at the same time, there's a little bit of a detachment emotionally. It's the water bearer. So instead of it being, I'm holding on to the water and emotions, I'm just the vessel of the water coming through to help humanity, to bring water to humanity, which is thirst, which is life. But I'm the vessel. So the vessel, there's some walls between the water and the jar. There's a detachment. It's just bringing the information. But it's also, it is water. So water is nurturing. Water heals. There's a healing element to it. Now, Aquarius is a air sign. So here we go, up in the mind again. Extremely high vibrational. So they live on a very high vibrational level, higher than Mercury. Uranus is higher than Mercury. Uranus rules Aquarius and co-ruled by Saturn. So there's this rebellious side. Uranus is rebellious. It's not going to go with the flow. And you'll always see an Aquarius in a crowd because they're going to have like the top hat or some big, some really interesting clothes where they really stand out. They're very confident in who they are. Now, some people will say that Aquarius can have like a God complex. And I think in a way they can, just because they have such a knowing of who they are inside. You know, um, in the religions and in the conditioning we've been raised in our generations, we're looking for a savior. We were, raised to believe that we're looking for a savior, where the Aquarius believes, I am God, in a sense, whether it's little God or big God. I embody the qualities of God, and I'm comfortable with that. It's not something that they feel like I have to be so humbled by. It's like, no, this is the gift God gave me, and these are my attributes, and I'm going to use them. And so they have a confidence there. Now, Leo, being confident as well with self, is more about public admiration, where the Aquarius is really kind of the, kind of dorky, science, science kid that's doing, weird things, going to weird classes, doing different things that most people wouldn't do. But they're the ones making the inventions. They're the ones getting in the Guinness Book of World Records. This is the Aquarius. They have the ability to know the trends that are coming. They have this ability to get what's called psychic downloads, where the water signs will get psychic impressions. The Aquarius gets psychic downloads of ideas. They're idea people. It's like out of nowhere. It's that lightning bolt. And so they often are trendsetters. They love old stuff as well. So they love old trends, anything that's a trend. Sometimes with Aquarius, you'll see them running a thrift store. They love old energy. They have an ability to interpret energy that comes through items, through old historical things. They have this fascination with that. Now, with Aquarius, that there is this detachment there and this independence. So Aquarius women really don't want a man that's gonna, hold them back. They want to be able to go and visit lots of people, go to lunch with this friend, stop by over here, gain this knowledge, get this connection. And yes, they'd like to have somebody steady to come home to, but you're not gonna put a lightning bolt in a bottle. You're just not going to do that. These are people, like I said, that are always thinking ahead, and they know what's coming. It rules the internet. It rules the airwaves. So excellent for radio, excellent for internet, YouTube, especially in the day and age that we're in now, where we're heading to the age of Aquarius, where there's unity, that everybody's the same. And that's the thing. It's not so much that they want to be the only God. They want everyone to be their only God. They want everyone to have that equality that we all share in respecting one another. So that's why, in the years that we're in right now, you're seeing things that were never accepted before, gay rights and, racist issues, black rights, all of these things are heading us towards the age of Aquarius, where we are respecting every tribe. And, a lot of old conditioning is breaking down, and it's the Aquarius. So if you're an Aquarius or an Aquarius, they're the ones basically breaking down these old walls and bringing in fresh, new energy. Aquarian energy is very fresh. They are so sensitive to vibrations that, they're the ones who's going to hear the refrigerator humming in the background, or a strange smell coming from over there. What is that? They're very tuned in, but they're also very tuned into other dimensions. So again, they have this ability to tap into ancient storylines. And understand what people went through intuitively. So it's kind of cool when you see them with what's called channeling. And Aquarius can just start channeling information. So when Aquarius starts giving you a message, you want to be like writing it down, because like they have this amazing ability. And also through music. They're the kind of people that can pick up an instrument and learn to play by ear. So they're very tuned into that. Again, relationships have to be free spirited and have to have something that they love greater than all, with that partner. Again, they don't necessarily want the big, heavy, emotional, intense relationships. They want to have fun. They are a fun sign. They love groups and circles. They love tribal events. They love connecting. Um, and they usually will have a calling. Shadowy side of this can be, getting so obsessed with a calling, or becoming, and let's say, like, you know, you care about animals. Well, then you're saving all the animals. Maybe you become a hoarder because you can't stop the compulsion. You feel like you have to save everything, so that can get out of balance there as well a little bit. Um, Aquarians are going to like things like aliens and, different things, different dimensional stuff, ghosts and stuff, because they kind of operate in that level, even if they don't admit it. There's a little gangster side to Aquarius too. They kind of like the gangster life, that's typically, or gangster movies, kind of that, those strong personalities. It's a very strong personality. And they're very intelligent. So again, they're not, to get advice from you, they pretty much would have to be in a really specific situation to kind of be vulnerable to that, because they kind of already know what they need to do. And so they don't like to be in a position where they're desperate or they're vulnerable. Again, showing those emotions. They don't really want to get caught up in jealousy stuff. So sometimes with Aquarius, here's where you have compounds or, sister wives and things like that, because they can detach and go for a greater good. Okay, so yeah. Um, Family stuff can be a little strange with Aquarius. Parent issues. Sometimes there's a parent that's really unique and wild, and they grow up looking up to that parent. Again, having lots of different people come in their lives. Their mom might, you know, be in a motorcycle club, and their dad could be really involved in a whole church group, and so they have all these different types of people that come in their life. That was just an interesting example, but yeah, I have seen with Aquarius that at a young age there could, I've seen in situations where um, they were kidnapped from a parent. um, Quick changes in your life. That's that Uranian energy. You're going one way, boom, you're going another. So often they have very drastic, quick, radical changes. So I say, like kidnapping, like you're going one way, and the next thing you know, you're on a plane driving another way with a different parent. So again, I mean, this has to do with the whole chart, but you will see strange things like that in their life where they might have moved to a lot of different places. Um, but if you are an Aquarius, internet, is the wave of the future to communicate and get your message out there. So, um, learn how to use that computer, because you will have magic hands. You will have the energy behind it. Again, I think, Aquarius is hard to describe. It really is, because it's just so many variables I've seen, and they're so different. There's like almost no two Aquarius alike, but definitely world renowned messages, talk show, radio, communication, uh, medicine, inventions, they operate on that high level. And now they just have to push it out there. So they're not hiding in the background, and that they get their message out there. That is really the encouragement I have for all Aquarius. So, all right, you guys. I hope that it brought some different perspectives. If you have any questions, let me know. It's getting a little dark out here. So that'll give us a few things to think about. And last but not least, Pisces is coming up.